or vetting, whereby Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi talked about the 480 billion shillings that are remitted from overseas, 350 to 480 billion shillings. Actually, the diaspora remits more money to Kenya. It's our chief foreign exchange earner than even coffee, tea, and others. And we'd like to grow this, but need to be done in a very, very organized place. And so it is important for us to take advantage of this. There is no system as there is in Philippines, for example, whereby the government goes out to teach people how to look for jobs overseas and also train them and give them opportunities to find jobs. So if I am confirmed, I'm going to set up a unit in the ministry to teach Kenyans and also guide Kenyans on how to secure jobs overseas. How do you qualify for a job overseas? How do you become competitive? Because Kenyans are very bright. Kenyans are very well educated, they are very good, they can get jobs and they can remit money, but they have not been given an opportunity and shown. I'm also going to ask our embassies to be telling us, so we can tell Kenyans and publish widely, of opportunities that Kenyans can be able to look at and be able to go into the private sector, but also more so into the United Nations and other international bodies, so that Kenyans are also over there. One of the things that we'd like to do is also, we'd like to get our Kenyans overseas to save, because they're remitting a lot of money. Our president has been talking about Kenyan saving. We'd like to also get our Kenyans overseas to also save. Let them save here so that we can be able to borrow that money that is saved here or use that money. We've been talking about an infrastructure bond for years. We'd like to get that infrastructure bond realized so that Kenyans overseas can say we build that highway with our money from overseas. We also want to set up a network so that when you send your money here, you know the money is being used for the right use as a member of the diaspora. The second question was about the pending bills by Mheshimiwa Mule, Mr. Chairman, through you. And I was also surprised to see in the news about 2.8 billion, but what I had on my records was 1.6 billion from the control of budget. And we have a plan of how this money, and it was very clear how the money would be paid. It was very clear to the control of budget how the pending bills were accumulated. Some of them were accumulated because we had very many development projects. If you have a lot of development projects, others will carry over into new financial years. When some of them carry over to new financial years, they become pending bills, and they are listed even though some of them are ongoing. There are others whereby we had talked to the control of budget that we had said as a government I would not be able to pay them because they were white elephants. There are some things that were listed where a school was built, but you go to the ground, there's no school built. If I paid that pending bill, then I would be arrested and locked up because that is corruption. So that is how some of them have accumulated. There are others which really are real. We have poor exchequer, we're able to correct, and it's a challenge. We're dealing with the first 10 years of devolution. It was about balancing everything, getting everything going, but by the end, I'm very confident that I ran a very good government that was recognized, that had a lot of success in many, many areas, that was able to be an epitome or an example to many other counties. Mheshimiwa, through you, Mr. Chairman, talked about victimization of Kenyans through the cartels, and it is true. I have some tricks up my sleeve, and I don't want to speak about them publicly right now because, you know, these cartels will work on them. But I can assure you, within a few weeks, I'm dealing with these cartels, because I've been made to understand that some of them are even owned by government officials, and they're going to do